Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 27 in the NIRV for October 27th, 2023. Don't brag about tomorrow. You don't know what a day will bring. Let another person praise you and not your own mouth. Let an outsider praise you and not your own lips. Stones are heavy, sand weighs a lot, but letting a foolish person make you angry is heavier than a load of both of them. Anger is mean, and great anger overpowers you. But who can face jealousy? Being warned openly is better than being loved in secret. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy kisses you many times. When you're full, you even hate honey. When you're hungry, even what is bitter tastes sweet. Anyone who runs away from home is like a bird that flies away from its nest. Perfume and incense bring joy to your heart, and the sweetness of a friend comes from their honest advice. Don't desert your friend or a friend of your family, and don't go to your relative's house when trouble strikes you. A neighbor nearby is better than a relative far away. My son, be wise and bring joy to my heart. Then I can answer anyone who makes fun of me. Wise people see danger and go to a safe place, but the childish people keep on going and suffer for it. Take the coat of one who puts up money for what a stranger owes. Hold it until you get back if it is done for an outsider. Suppose you loudly bless your neighbor early in the morning, then you might as well be cursing him. A nagging wife is like the dripping of a leaky roof in a rainstorm. Stopping her is like trying to stop the wind. It's like trying to grab olive oil with your hand. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. A person who guards a fig tree will eat its fruit, and a person who protects their master will be honored. When you look into water, you see a likeness of your face. When you look into your heart, you'll see what you're really like. Death and the grave are never satisfied. People's eyes are never satisfied either. Fire tests silver, and heat tests gold, but people are tested by the praise they receive. Suppose you could grind a foolish person in a mill. Suppose you could grind them as you would grind grain with a tool. Even then, you could not remove their foolishness from them. Be sure you know how your flocks are doing. Pay careful attention to your herds. Riches don't last forever, and a crown is not secure for time to come. The hay is removed, and new growth appears. The grass from the hills is gathered in. Then your lambs will provide you with clothes, and the money from your selling your goats will buy you a field. You will have plenty of goat's milk to feed your family, and it will also feed your female servants. So today, while I was trying to wrangle the house, I had a couple different little reading nooks I have set up. It's building a little army of readers. I got to sit with my new Bible, my new ESV, and read this chapter, and that was neat. Pretty cool. So I think I've got a plan for what I'm going to do now. Since I did get the Bibliotheca set, pardon me, it's already after 1 in the morning. Since I got that set, I was excited about it. I think I am going to make that the November reading. And I'll read from that book, and we'll just figure it out as far as like how I'm going to read from a book instead of a screen. And then I was thinking maybe I would do my new Oxford English annotated Bible. And I looked at it today and I realized it's an NRSV. So in an effort to reach out to my Catholic brothers and sisters, I want to read that one. It's got plenty of footnotes, so good on that. But also that it's an RSV. I think we should give it some attention. Now, do I do that one now and do the literary translation, the American literary translation in December? Or do I do that one in November and NRSV in December? I don't know yet. We've got a couple days to decide. But just an update for anybody that might care. We were talking yesterday about praise is the thing that tests us, right? So don't be the person that praises yourself. Let someone else praise you. And then when you get that praise, that's the test. We're going to see what you do with it, how you act. And letting a foolish person make you angry is heavier than a load of both sand and stone. You got to control yourself. Having a chat with my oldest today about that. He keeps saying, like, oh, I can't control myself because he, the middle child, made me so angry. Like, homie, that wouldn't work as an excuse for dad. Oh, pardon me. It certainly won't work for an excuse for you. So we got to work on that. All I can do is tell him, pause, stop, take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath and let those feelings pass. They do provoke each other. Two little boys. But now's when they got to learn the skills to deal with those kind of things. And yeah, a good friend you can sit in silence with, right? You just know each other and you enjoy their company. And you can be honest with that person and they'll be honest with you. And it's not even like, oh, you hurt my feelings, but they won't spare your feelings in the name of honesty if they're a real friend. Oh, I think I want to do this. Oh, yeah, Cheetah, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, you'll do great. Instead of like, bro, that's stupid. That's stupid and you're stupid. What are you thinking? How guys talk to each other a lot of times, right? Saw a funny meme. It was like, how Christian guys talk to each other. And I was like, you smell bad, your language is rough, and the only good thing about you is the Holy Spirit or something like that. And the other guy's like, amen. So, but it's true, man. Like, just like it says, iron sharpens iron. Guys need that necessary friction and that clanging against each other. So, don't take your friends for granted, for sure. It was my dad's birthday today. It was my homie that I grew up with's birthday today. And my homie that I talked to, oh my man, I'm sorry. I'm all nasally and I can't stop yawning. But it was 3 people's birthday today. 4, counting an acquaintance that I had met. And yeah, October 27th birthdays. But point is, my friend from childhood, I mean, I see him when I can, when I go, home, which is rare, maybe once every couple of years. But we just pick back off from where we left off. We just kind of hang out and catch up because we know that person, on a deep level. We know each other. And just like my other homie, only known each other for a couple of years deeply, but have quite a close relationship. And I try to keep it a buck with him, Hey, man, I don't think that's going to work. Or, hey, man, let's try this way. I would much rather have a deep, abiding friendship with a very few dudes, than be friends with a bunch of guys that are just fun to be with, don't want to challenge me, want to keep it pleasant. And it's hard. It's hard as an adult guy to make friends. I mean, even the dudes in my Bible group or my quad, like, I love them dearly. They're my church brothers. But, I sense that I text everybody a little too much. I'm always trying to send memes and say what's up to everybody. But it's because I love them. I'm concerned with them. But we all have our responsibilities in our lives, so it's difficult to maintain a friendship, especially to build one at our age. And man, yeah, verse 14 is all me. Suppose you loudly bless your neighbor early in the morning, then you might as well be cursing him. There's an appropriate level of cheeriness. If you're going to bring it up here, then go over there. Keep it away from me, right? We all need to wake up, have our coffee, get into the groove, then you can turn up the intensity. A nagging wife. I heard today a preacher talk about if if the Lord can't choose to give you salvation, if he can't just, boom, you're saved, if he can't choose that for you, it's our choice. Why would he choose a wife for us? Why would he choose a wife for you? I know that's counterintuitive. Pray for a wife. Pray for a righteous woman. Pray for the Lord to bring you the right person. I think you have the right point in that it's choice that we're supposed to weigh and make wisely. We are supposed to seek the Lord on it and seek his favor. But it says, he who finds a wife finds favor from the Lord. It's on us. It's on us to make a wise choice. Okay? Is there a right choice? Maybe. Are there soulmates? Yeah, maybe. Is there making a wise choice with the fear of the Lord and your knowledge and understanding of the experience of your life to find a compatible person? Yep. This is why arranged marriages work in a lot of cultures too, because it's not just like, hey, you're married now. The parents, just like friends know each other, the parents know their kids really well. So they can judge if this person is going to be a good fit for them. And then they can look at the family and how they were raised and kind of make a prediction on how that family life is going to go when they're put together. So similarly, we should be doing the same thing. We should be looking at, what's their family life like, which I would never, ever have picked my wife if that was the criteria. So I do think there's some bandwidth in there for the Lord has a plan, right? He has a plan for her. He has a plan for you. He has a plan for your family if you're listening to it and responding to it properly. Can you make the right choice of a wife and have a wrong marriage? That makes sense? Yeah, sure. You probably have a wrong choice of a wife and a correct marriage. It's always time to get a new marriage. It's not to say you need a new wife. You need new marriage. You need new function. You need new routines, habits, and agreements within it so that you can function as a team. You could get a new marriage tomorrow if both parties are in agreement. Food for thought. I just like that, wanting friction, wanting other dudes. I wish somebody would challenge me on this stuff. Hey, Cheetah, that take sucks. I just want the friction. And I love the metaphor of like trying to deal with a wife, a nagging wife in this context. I was going to say a problem wife. It's like trying to restrain the wind. You ever see somebody like standing in to the hurricane wind force, like, it's so windy, restraining the wind? You can't stop that. You can't catch it. You can't bind it up. And grabbing oil, it's kind of a gross metaphor to start with. Just thinking about that. Trying to grab a handful of oil and you're not going to have anything but a mess and a problem. You're not going to have any substance of oil in your hands. You're just going to be coated in it. That's hard too, because in that group on Facebook, I see a lot of people asking for help in their marriage. And one guy today was really sad. It was basically like wife doing whatever she wants and totally disrespecting him, feeding the kids garbage, spending all their money, not listening, doing a bunch of things. And it's like, what can you do? What can you do when you live with somebody like that? Cheaper to keep her on one hand, but on the other hand, like, you can't let somebody ruin your life and your kid's life. But you can't make people choose. You can't make them choose to be better. So find somebody who's going to seek the Lord, right? Because you can't make them do that either. When you look into water, you see the likeness of your face. When you look into your heart, you see what you really like. I'm convinced most people can sit with themselves and know the truth. People are not deceiving themselves in a way that's effective. You may be able to get through the day, put your mask on, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of people go to sleep knowing, like, I'm doing this wrong. Not enough. Things are wrong here. More on the can't choose for people. Can't choose for them to do right or do better. Even if you could grind a fool with like grain, then you couldn't separate their foolishness from them. It's part of them. Seasons change, right? We get numbers, we lose those numbers. Make some paper, spend the paper. Seasons come and they go, right? Riches don't last forever. The hay is removed, we get a harvest, new growth appears. New season, new opportunity. The grass from the hills is gathered, then your lambs will provide you with clothes. Money from selling your goats will buy you a field. Tending your flock, moving through the seasons. This is a yearly cycle, what they're talking about here. Grass is cut, it's pulled, there's more grass, more is pulled, and it's stored. Lambs are born, kids are born, sheep are sheared, goats are slaughtered, goats are milked, products made. Managing what you have can lead to prosperity. Right? Enough for you and enough for your sphere of influence. The key is managing that rhythm and not falling off. And that's super difficult. On that, I'm trying to do a new rhythm. There's a diet plan called the 30-30-30, right? It's supposed to be within 30 minutes of waking up, you have 30 grams of protein and then 30 minutes of intense cardio. 30 grams of protein, it turns out, is a lot. I don't know that I can wake up. The first 30 minutes, I don't even want to eat. I don't even want to eat breakfast most of the time. All I want is my coffee, and I'm set for most of the day. So to have to get up and force feed myself 30 grams of protein, which is like, I think a cup and a half of yogurt or 5 eggs or 2 cups of beans, man, maybe I'll get in that rhythm. But I also got to figure out what time I'm going to bed. It's 1:30 in the morning. The service that I'm going to go and deal with works till at least 3, so deliveries will go out till about 3:30. And then I got to sleep, and then I got to get up in the morning and start this routine. So to that effect, I got this big tub of stuff. It's like 21 grams of organic protein, plant-based, superfoods, all that. So still not quite 30 grams. And then I got these little, it's basically like a chocolate protein shake in a bottle. I just know it's not going to be good. I don't know how you guys do it that do all the pre-workout whey protein shenanigans. It's like, take this stuff and mix it up in a blender ball. Like, this is going to be gross. But I'm going to do it. It's supposed to be the way to force your body to burn fat instead of your muscle. So I don't know that I'm going to go full into ketosis, but I have been trying to eat a lot more protein and really wanted a 6-pack for my birthday, but didn't pay the cost. That's on me. So, same thing. Managing a rhythm is hard. Changing your rhythm is hard. I got no advice. I think that's why we need friends to come alongside us. Hey man, you can do it. Tomorrow morning's going to be an early morning because we got dude breakfast. Once again, I don't even want to eat breakfast. I just want to go and hang out with the dudes. But I will. I'll try to force myself to eat something. Then I got 2 jobs to work. I don't know what I'm going to do because it's proven to be a rainy weekend as the cold weather moves in for Halloween. Alright, I realize I'm yawning so much and rambling. Thanks for hanging out with me. And remember, don't praise yourself. Don't talk about how awesome you are. Be awesome. Manage your jam. And let other people praise you. And then when they praise you, don't let it go to your head. Take it as encouragement. Remember it. Give the glory to God and move on. Go with God and be blessed.